What's good? What's good? I feel like it's been a minute since I've been on here. I feel like it's been a long time. But we back. We are back today. Better than ever. But let's kind of get into what we'll be expecting for today. I did change the camera lens. I don't know if y'all can see this a little bit wider. But when I look up there, this joint is tweaking. Let me know if it's too bright. I don't think it is. It's fine. Anyways. So we have this on the hourly chart. This gap, I kind of want to see trade up into it and then trade softer. This is like the low end of a daily volume imbalance, so I like that. That's definitely a target for today. I just want to see trade a little bit higher. We've hit higher time frame arrays and have showed displacement away from them, so that gives us a nice understanding that price will want to trade a little bit lower. We're in consolidation right now. I don't think I posted it today. I probably should have posted it today. It would have been better, but no, I did post it today. There's four things that price can do. So you have consolidation. Right now, this is consolidation. Actually, last night I was watching ICT's. I'm in month 2 right now. Rewatching that again, and it talks about false traps. Right. So this to me is I guess what they call a classic pattern would be a bear flag below the low. What most people do, they would expect this to trade lower. I'm expecting this to come up higher. I do think that this will work because higher time frame shows that. So I want to see us come up into this civvy here and then trade lower. Now we do have this impulse price swing here. Like, don't get me wrong, you do have this, and then there was this fair value gap here that held. I just want to see us trade a little bit higher because I'm using this swing. I don't think it needs to go all the way up here. It can. I personally wouldn't want to see that. We have this mitigation block here, extend that out in time. I would expect it to halt price. Even if we go to a 5-minute chart, again, there's still a swing high here. This looks clean, but to me, it doesn't matter. So using the 5-minute chart would overlap, and then you have this small, tiny gap there. Again, this is what I'd want to see. I kind of talked about that in the pre-market. That's what I would be looking for. I said if we trade lower, I want to see 930 run up here and then trade. Now, if we trade up here at 830, then I would want to see 930 show weakness. So those are the two things I was looking at. Now we do have SMT here. It just in the gap from how this was able to trade. Again, this is a swing high. Anytime trading up into a fair value gap, pretty much it's a swing high. It's a turtle soup. So there's SMT there. There's also SMT at the top. You guys can't see that. You have this high here. This one, draw it out always. This high, then this high, and this high. It's even. This one went higher. So at a level where we would expect softness. So that's what we got today. That's what I'll be expecting. I think everything's fine. If the volume's too low, just let me know. But I think that's fine. The camera should be nice. Should be fine. It's a little bit slanted though. That's bothering me. The what you call it? The tripod's a little slanted because I can tell it's a little slanted. So, but yeah, so I'm expecting us to trade up into this, and ultimately I want to see us trade down to this sell side. We could get down here if we get animated. These levels down here. That's what I would be looking for. But it's my thought process for today. See what we get. So we have about 9 minutes until the market opens. So there's really nothing to do here. I've really thought about. Oh, I'll actually, I think, be able to start streaming on Wednesdays now. I think the inner circle stuff that I have will be changed to 12. So I'll be able to stream. What I did find, honestly, in my back testing a little bit, when I was just looking at my model and just going back and finding like the kill zones and going back to the 5-minute chart, because I'm rewatching all my ICT mentorship stuff from 2021. And that's kind of like what he said to do. And I was doing that a long time ago. And I was talking with my brother actually a couple of days ago. about the stuff that like we were literally doing. Like not even like I have way more knowledge now, but like some of the stuff I was talking about, like I would record videos like every every night. So pretty much what I do in my Discord, I was doing that like not even a year into trading. And the way that I'm speaking and the like the things I was able to do, like I'm sitting here calling daily highs and lows consistently. But I like lost touch with a lot of that because I just learned new things. I try to incorporate new things. And then obviously, with ICT concepts, there's like a million different things. So you kind of get lost. And that's kind of what happened to me. So like I will go back and I watch and it's just like, what in the world? And he was talking about the same thing. So just kind of going back and watching those videos over again and just hearing him say things that I don't even remember him saying. That helps with this. And so I was going back and looking at it, and a lot of what I was seeing, where my better setups were occurring, were usually after like 10, I want to say. Because also if you're looking at, if you think about the kill zones, and this is just something that I'm verbally thinking out loud, but if you're looking at the kill zones, you have from 2 to 5, which is London. You have from 7 to 9, which is New York, and then you have from 10 to 12, which is London close. So if we look at those time zones, and then if you're trying to get in concert or you're trying to get with the higher time frame, the London kill zone will usually end up creating the reversal on the continuation of like a higher time frame play. So if it's going to go lower, you're going to expect that to occur during the London time zone or London close, which is from 10 to 12. That's what usually going to get like a little reversal. Now, yesterday, this is yesterday's price action. Notice how price comes. I mean, if you're pulling this, price is going lower, ends up trading higher. And then in the PM session, so after this had happened, there's really nothing there for me. But in the PM session, my trade setup formed there. But I knew to come at 1:30 pretty much. So everything is really time based. So that was just something that I saw when I was going back and looking. Like, look how you have this, and look at 10, 10:30. Even on Tuesday, I took a trade. It was after 10 o'clock, even closer to 10:30, I think. So that was just something that I had noticed. Yeah, this was Friday. But again, look after 10 o'clock. Trades up higher, but it trade up into here. But ultimately, waiting for it to come up into this mitigation block was what I was expecting, but I didn't wait for. But yeah, so 5 minutes, and then be looking to trade a little. I want to see it go up into that gap first. Now, I would prefer ES not take out that high. If anything, I want to see ES hit the rejection block. That's what I'd want to see ES hit there. If it's even able to trade up there, I want to see this go up there quickly. This right now is consolidation. So trying to get in this right now, like this doesn't look like this. But again, even if you look at the post I made this morning, this is consolidation. This is expansion. This is a reversal. Right? So this is a reversal pattern. Expansion. Here's the original consolidation. There are breaker blocks, mitigation blocks, all inside of this. And then we would expect a continuation low. So I know that's a lot of mess there, but that's kind of like what I would expect here, 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 down to there, something like that. Or it can just come here and just run. I don't know that. That's just what I would prefer. Because this isn't doing much. Now, in terms of like how high I'd want to see it trade up into that. Yeah, roughly. I mean, this gap, ideally, I would love to see if it can trade up into this gap. Specifically. So we're gonna outline that. But again, I'm trying to again not have too much on my charts. I feel like the last couple days I've had like so much on my charts, and I'm trying to lean more into this aspect. Just see how big the gap is. That's all I want. Price is like right here, because it lets me know how in a hurry you are to do things. Okay, so we have a large gap. So there should be some animation today. This gap's pretty large. Yeah, 100 handle. So we should be in a hurry to do things today. If we have a small gap, we're not in a hurry to do anything. Let me just look at the regular trading hours again. Remember, that's our hidden secret here. That knows about. Not knows about. They don't look at it. Yeah, lower resistance, liquidity on signature there. Same thing there. Hit this. So yeah, there's no like for me. Maybe again, it's a mitigation block there as well. So again, lower prices. Want to do that? Ain't finna do that, my man. Just look on the regular trading hour real quick. Especially because we're gonna start down here, so we may want to come up a little bit, but not too far. So OTE up into this range. I want to see rejection. Then we have this sell side, and we have this sell side, and then ultimately down. How's everyone doing today? How's everyone doing? About a minute left. Again, I think this is the high of the week. This is the current range that we're in. So even if we take the current range, just take this high, this low, we're at a discount just of this range. Now, if you take this range and still take this range, we're still at a discount. So that's why I don't necessarily want to do anything right here. Right? It could just shoot down, and that's okay. That's just we missed all in this consolidation, but this is not what I don't do well trading in this. I'll tell you that right now. That's like my worst. That's the worst trading that happens for me is when I'm in this. Some people are like this or do very well in this. Just I don't personally. So that's the sell side liquidity that we're looking for, but I want to see us trade up higher first. And trading up to consequent encroachment of the gap would be here. So right at this rejection block. And then full closure would be up there. I don't know if we're going to get full closure personally, but I want to see it straight up. So this would be a mitigation on the regular trading hours. Let's just watch. Let's just look at that. So the lowest down close candle, a little bit. You have these wicks. The lowest down close candle actually be this one, which kind of overlaps with it. So just highlight this, and then we're gonna see what it looks like on the regular trading hours. Where is okay? So that's this candle. So that highlights that. Okay. So now see how it kind of clears a lot of this stuff up now. Just looking for specific things that are in the PM session or the next day. So I do like that personally. I would have liked to see us trade a little bit higher, just from what I explained. Still want to see that, being honest. Because everyone's trying to just short this right now. We're in consolidation. I want also people, because you got like think, you have to think about it in terms of like, if you are trying to make the market, like what would you want to actually see based off what's happening right now? Like if you were trying to trap traders, what would you want to do? Well, if I'm in consolidation and I know I'm going to go lower and people are trying to sell in this, breakout traders, I want to sell up higher. Okay, if people are still trying to buy this, what do you want to do? Go lower. And like you want to chop them up. Like that's essentially what you want to do if you're trying to make the market. So I ideally want to see a trade up higher. Now, it doesn't mean that it has to. It doesn't have to take out this range. I want to see ES not trade up here. I want to see NQ trade up here and then show a rejection. Once I see that, it gives me confidence that it should start trading a little bit lower. But right now it's not trading up into a premium. So I don't want to get caught up in this. Even if it does trade down here, that's fine. I don't want to be in this right now. Like again, I always have to remind myself because that's what I've found in my trading is when I struggle the most is when I don't remember this. When I don't remember this. Right? The first shall be last and last shall be first. When I don't remember that, and I try to be first, I end up getting chopped. Like this hasn't done anything, it hasn't really gone anywhere. We also have like a event. It's not heavy, but we have, oh, they added Trump. See, why are they just added Trump speaks today. That's why you always go check the economic calendar. It wasn't there this morning. I took a picture. I do that every time because last year there was one time where it looked just like this. I had no idea that Trump was speaking. So I don't know what he has to say. It doesn't really matter what he says. It's just the fact that he's talking, or president or F1. It doesn't matter. If someone's talking, this is usually what you can end up getting into. And I don't want to be in this. It's at 4 p.m. today. So it's at the end of the day. If it was at like 12, I'd probably wait till after. And Loki would probably start watching just to see what he's talking about. Because it'd be pretty entertaining actually to see like what he's talking about. Yeah, because for me right now, there's really nothing there. Like, do you want to be in this right now? I don't. I'm just really hesitant to. I understand this is the mitigation block. Like this is what we were looking at on the regular trading hours. Like I do understand that. I do understand that we hit that, and then showing some type of expansion away from that. But I would have liked it if it just traded a little bit higher. So like, I can watch this. But I personally just would have wanted to see us trade slightly higher, in my opinion. So we did get a reaction off the regular. Remember the regular trading hours. Let's go to higher time frame. Regular trading hours mitigation block. See how we hit that, and it coupled up with. We fell short of hitting that, but we ended up trading lower. I just would have liked it to trade a little bit higher, personally. Didn't give that to me. And even if this was my setup, the issue is there is no issue, but it had to come up here, back up to here, essentially. Right. So where we are there would be no selling. There was no selling in here. I wouldn't even sell this. That's not what I would look for. And so you have a mitigation block here after hitting a higher time from array here. That would be the MIDI. But for me, I personally, I'd like, Not sure if I trust that. I would have loved to see it up here first. Now, if we did that, I feel like I'd be in this. But there's a mitigation block entry there. I just would have liked it up there. So I'm not going to press the button, but that is what I would be looking for if it had done that. And then I would look for down here. That's what I would, that's what it would tell me to do. But I don't like that we didn't trade up to up there. So remember this mitigation block outlined there, trading there. I feel like I've just seen this too many times. Even if this works out, it is what it is. I feel like I've just seen this too many times where, again, it traps you in thinking short, and then it comes and rakes up against. Like I've just seen that too many times, and I'm okay with with missing this. It does everything that it does. It just didn't trade up high enough where I wanted to, and that's just sometimes what happens in trading. I'm trying to be very yeah, I just would have honestly liked if it trade higher. That's just my personal preference. I would have liked that more. Because that's clear sell side. But again, if I'm in consolidation, how do I trip people up? Consolidate, run it lower, and then rake it up against. That's how I would do it. If I was in control of price, I would do just that. Because then you have you're like have people questioning what's happening, right? If I'm questioning what's happening, that kind of gives me a little bit more. So that's why I'm expecting us to come up here first. Didn't trade up high enough for me. Again, you just have to think opposite. Like it can still go down there. It can just trade deeper and then end up going down there. That's fine. But um yeah, just want to figure out how do you trip people in long? How do you trip people in short? Again, what do we talk about in terms of stop runs or continuations? Right now it's stalling a little bit too much. Like if it's gonna run down there, it's consolidating a little bit purposely below this. But again, we were in consolidation. So if I was the market maker, this is exactly what I would want to do. Um, doesn't mean that that's what's gonna happen, but that's what I'd want to do. Like I would want to have it here, my brush, sit here in consolidation, run lower. Don't hit the. Hold on, let me do exactly what it's doing. So consolidate here, run lower, fail, consolidate, rake it higher, and then come down. That's what I would be looking to do. Um, but again, that doesn't mean that that's what has to happen. So if this is going to go lower, we need to see this resist price, especially with it being down here. Yes, you have all these wicks into OTE, and we're hovering like right below here. We fail, but I feel like everyone's trying to sell. Again, ideally, this is the target for me, like this down here, because it matches up with a daily level. So that's like where I want to see it. Remember, immediate rebalance is a breaker, fair value gap, or breaker or mitigation block on a lower time frame. I mean, there's obviously a target. Like, don't get me wrong. That's yesterday's low. We're not on there. What the heck? So weird. Sorry about that. I thought that was on there. So that's what I'd want to see us do. Trade higher first. Because now you've trapped traders short right now. A 5-minute chart. You see this down close candle. I want to see us support that and then run higher and then do the breakdown. That's what I would want to see. I want to see the breakdown first. Or sorry, higher then breakdown. Because would you? I mean, I know I would not feel comfortable right now in this short from what it's doing. Just based off my knowledge of what I've learned from ICT and price action. And I find it very, very funny that every single day after I watch ICT content from 5 years ago, the very thing that I watch happens the same day or the next day. It's every single time, which is crazy to me. And the ICT core content is 10 years ago. Today. Or not today, but 10 years ago. That to me is crazy. That 10 years later, still, this stuff works. And it was working before that. I think he just introduced it to where people could understand. Yeah, that's why I did not take that. Again, there's no expansion below this low. 0. And we're in consolidation. Again, look. Again, even if we take this, it's probably going to match up now. Isn't it crazy how now, if we can get up there, this now is in a premium market up here, right? Remember when we first did it, this one, it was below in a discount. I'm not saying it can't come up and still go down. It can do whatever it wants, but I like how this matches up now. That's just my opinion. So, see what we end up getting here. Now we have SMT here. And if it shows pretty good displacement away from that, then that might be something worth considering, that it's not able to trade up there. Okay, sorry, let me look at my other chart right now. Okay. But again, ideally, I'd want to see us do that. The M chart, putting back up into that. So for me, there's really nothing there. All right, no fair value gap get created, so I would chill again. I think it may want to run up here one more time. Right, we want to be patient. This for me is not enough. I mean, it's still there, don't get me wrong. Let's remove that. That doesn't matter anymore. Again, this is a breaker on the 5-minute chart of the regular trading hours. If you look at the 15-minute chart, look at all these wicks right now. How many wicks? Now, I have the higher time frame on another chart just so I don't get lost in this. But just because I see SMT here, there's really no entry model here for me personally. Now, if you like order blocks, you can take this one and put your stop above there. Again, I just think we're going to come up here one more time. Remember, the macro hasn't even started either. We do have a first presented fair value gap, 935, but really nothing else there. If you look at Friday and the range that I had defined, I was in a discount. I was trying to sell down here, and that obviously you cannot sell in discounts. It's just not, cannot be profitable selling in discounts. Like, I don't care who you are, can't do it because it doesn't go lower, it just continues to go higher. So again, we're still in consolidation. What comes after consolidation? Expansion. After the expansion, that's when then you determine, right? There's two other levels. Once you determine expansion, there's two other things. So after expansion, you have a retracement or you have a reversal. So on the higher time frame, this is a retracement. On this time frame, this will be expansion to a reversal. That's what I'm picturing. Because the fact that we came short, and I don't think wait, why did it move? I don't know what's going on with this chart right now, because now it's saying it's lower. So I do understand that we took out the low on ES, but did not take out the low on NQ. Cool. SMT to the upside. But higher time frame, I'm still thinking lower. So, but nothing here. I'm not trying to be all up in that. This could be because Trump's speaking. It also could be that. That's why we're getting this. But I need to see it trade higher. $15-minute chart to me looks wild. Do this right now, just so I can want to just see some things. It's the same. Okay, this is going to be not the same. It's the M5 time frame. Doesn't need to be that big. I just want to make sure I'm aware of it. That's it. So something like this, like if I had another, like I do have another screen, but there's other things I also want to look at the same time. So for me, for this, it doesn't take it off both, right? It doesn't. I don't need that on there. That one. Hopefully it doesn't take things off of this one. But again, looking up there. We do have some sell side liquidity there, so it may still want to do that. Again, I'm telling you, patience will save you so many times. Go back to ICT's month 2. I don't know if it's called like how to find high probability trades. Guess what his first level is? Patient. That's his first one. Patient. That isn't interesting. So you have this again. Again, for me, there's really nothing to the upside. Like, I don't see anything to the upside for me. And the bodies are kind of showing a different story. I don't, like, there's nothing in here. Ideally, you want to see a trade up first. Then start to show breakdown. Again, this is what we explained early on. Remember, consolidation. How do we trip people along? This is accumulation for me on this time frame. Again, if I took this one, I would have been 100% stopped out and then been watching this and then be like, okay, well, what's supposed to be happening next? And these are clear equal highs. That's clear sell side or buy side there. I'm sorry. They're equal buy side liquidity right below a higher time frame array. Clear. There. The buy side liquidity sitting right below a higher time frame array. And it's equal highs at that. So So it's a macro time now. It's already obviously already in motion. So that's the rejection block that it hit, right? Ideally, I honestly wouldn't want to see this fail. I heavily dislike that when price does that, in my opinion. I dislike that the most. So again, remember when we talk about whatchamacallit, we talk about immediate rebalance. So if I was looking at this and I was like, okay, price is gonna go higher, the next candle forms in 7 seconds, I would expect it to, I want to see trade down to the opening price. It probably is going to hit this one, but I want to see trade down to the opening price again, and then I would expect bullishness, and I would want to see speed. So I would expect this high get traded to. Then we have a low, high, lower, high mitigation block. It trades down to this level. I expect it to go up there with speed. So it'd have to come after, this candle. So I'd have to trade down again and then go up higher. That's, if I was looking for higher prices, that's how I would trade this. It wouldn't have given it to me on this one. Okay, so now we've hit this higher time frame array, the 5-minute chart. That was a nice gap we had there. So we hit an Asia low, by the way, from February 8th. Oh, yesterday. Yeah, I would have liked it more if it hit that. Just my personal thought process from there. So we trade up into the gap. I want to see us reject like hard. I don't want to see us spend a lot of time there. So this just would have been an instance where if I was looking for higher prices, it didn't give it to me. Okay, so we've hit that, the 5-minute gap. Now, how do we respond and how are we reacting there? That's what I want to see. Turn this a little bit. It's a little bit lower. Right, because we hit the buy side. 5-minute chart. So if we are going to go higher, this high there. Now, we do have this buy cyclicity there, but I don't think that that's what we're gonna. But again, we have to watch. This is clear. What's here though? So that's pretty much trading back up into midnight opening range. But I want to see us trade weaker. I want to see us just tank here. So that gap was used there. So it's almost 10. It's 9:58. Nice. Remember that meme? Ooh, there we go. Yeah, so the 5-minute chart, I just want to see what's happening there. Gives me trade view. What's actually? I'm just joking. It's just the time frame that I like. So expansion, I believe that this is a reversal pattern. And if it can give us that reversal pattern, so displacement, which is looks like that's exactly what it's showing, I'll be willing to take a trade then. It'll give it to us. You gotta remember, but the deeper it trades up into a premium, the better risk to reward you actually get. Because imagine if I'm trying to short from here to here versus I'm trading from here to there. Way better opportunity there. Now again, this would be a fair value gap on a 5-minute chart, so I'm watching that. How do we respond there? That's what I'm watching. Me, this would be a order block on the 1-minute time frame combo. Gotta trade. Ooh. Gotta trade below and stay below that. Like that's not what we would want to see. I'm okay with it coming up here if it wants to trade up into this gap and fail and then do the same thing. Then we already know what that is. We in there. Volume imbalance. Are you able to hold price? If not, then that gives us a different idea. So 5-minute gap. Get it back down here. We're not able to take out this high. That's even better for my short idea. Now, if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. But I would want to see straight down there, even with it showing SMT there to the upside. I just think overall that's what we're looking for. But again, I could be wrong. what it looks like on a 5-minute chart looks like I'm wrong. That's it right now. Failing, trust me, is what I'd want to see. I want to see us fail. Your rejection block below, and then this low would be the MIDI. Let's just take this off. Let's hide. Buy side liquidity pool there again. Now, if we don't, then obviously this is real clear up there. But I want to see us fail, personally. Five-minute gap here. Taking out the high order block at a discount level. This was where I was expecting price to be held and to not go higher. But as of right now, just on the higher time frame, that's not, doesn't look like that's what we're getting. Now, the highest it could trade to is obviously this upper end. Could want to do that. But we have to kind of see what we're getting here. Right now, it looks like directional wise was wrong, right? We took out the sell side from here on ES and weren't able to get up any higher. Going to a higher time frame, like we're trading kind of really deep up into this, personally, for my liking. We have about a minute left, so we're gonna see how this pans out. Now, looking higher, if that's in fact what price wants to do, I'd really want to see like a hard rejection from here. A really, really hard rejection. What I'm in my mind kind of dealing with right now is I want to see us like really, really reject here. I don't even really want to see us close above this high, in my opinion. I don't want to see that. Because then for me, it kind of puts me in a bind right now. Why I say it feels like it puts me in a bind, because it's now showed my setup to the upside right now. It's done that. That's why I'm saying it's put me in a bind, and I can see clear buy side there, but doesn't mean that it has to trade there. That's why I'm saying it's put me in a bind right now. Because if I was looking for higher prices, actually, I would take this. But I still believe that we're going a little bit lower. So I don't believe that we're going up higher right now. Look at the 5-minute chart. Look how the bodies like respect that. That's what I like about that. Bodies right now have respected that. That's what's important to me. On the 1-minute chart, notice how it trades outside. Look at the 5-minute chart. The bodies are like pinned. And right now I like that. Obviously you can trade up higher and trade through it. But yeah, to the upside, my setup has formed. I just don't believe that that's truth. something. So we completed the gap now. So we have full gap closure of yesterday. I'm sorry, yesterday of today, between today and yesterday. So that's what we're seeing right now. But I do see like the setup to the upside, but I'm just not convinced yet. That's what it wants to do. I have it on this one. I want to see it break down. That's what I'd want to see us break down here. And sometimes it's just patience. You just really have to be patient with this. That's what's anything. Like it can still go up higher, but I like that. I like the respect that I'm seeing right here on the 5-minute chart. That to me means something inside of the higher time frame array. Inside of this 15-minute hourly chart, pulling out this gap and it respecting with the bodies give me some confidence there. Again, the deeper it goes into a premium, the better your short is. The deeper it goes down to a discount, the better your long is. See, after 10 o'clock, it's like I feel like my setup's like, yo, I'm here. So we're just waiting. So I like that reaction. And I'm talking about like on the higher time frame, the 5-minute chart, or higher time frame, which is 5 minutes. So we need this in order for this to confirm the swing high. This candle has to trade. This candle has to um trade lower. It cannot. This candle can't take out this high. If it does, then we're gonna have an issue, at least for shorts. Ideally, I'm okay with what it's doing right now, as long as it can close below this low here. It can do all this consolidating, whatever, and then kind of expand, close below this low. If it does that, I like this, and I'm definitely targeting down there and switch back over to not this one. Again, just waiting for some displacement here, right? Once we see some displacement, we're good. That's the indication that we're doing something right. about 2 minutes. Oh yeah, so about 2 minutes to a 15-minute candle close. And then we have 2 minutes until the 5-minute candle close. So again, really liking this right now. Doesn't mean there's an entry yet, but just how the body's reacted there on a 5-minute chart look pretty good for our shorts right now. And so I would look at this as the breaker. We can do that. Again, want to see continuation. Don't kind of want to see this come down and come back up, right? That's not what I would be looking for. So about what? Now we have about a little under 2 minutes. So even if it like kind of slowly drifts down, that's fine. Just want to show display like movement away. Don't want to like see like too much back and forth going there, but do want to see some black candles essentially. Want to see more black candles than we see up candles. You see this IFEG there. This would be a breaker block, but it has to close below there, right? We can't not close below. Specifically this low. Need to see displacement though. Need to see displacement. That's it. Displacement. Let's see some displacement here. About 14 seconds. And so we got, as of right now, what we would be looking for. So now for me, this has been confirmed. I'm gonna just take this off. Okay, so this high has been confirmed right now. We have 1, 2, 3, and then the fourth one traded lower. Now, if this looked better than what it looks like right now, I would be taking a short. The issue is it doesn't look better and there's no displacement. So, nothing there for me. It just needs to displace lower. And then your boy, trust me, taking it. So I'm seeing this as an order block on the 1 minute chart. There's that low end there. And me for a long, like on the downside, on the long, I really wouldn't have felt very comfortable, in my opinion. Again, we take out this high that there's issue. Again, for me, even if I was looking for a long, the setup would have, happened as it traded down into this. But I don't know. So for me, I mean, it's not showing that it wants to go lower right now, but I wouldn't even say it really wants to go higher yet until you see some similarities on I would say most of the time frames or all of them. But for me right now, there's just really nothing. So we've, trading is you don't get paid for time. I wish you did, but you don't. Just not one of those things that's what you get paid for. Ideally, what I'd want to see is failure here. Don't take out this high, fail. Right below this candle, displace. That's like the most powerful one that I have. So if it does that. But it ain't looking like we about to get that right now. Hit the rejection block. This would need to like trade lower aggressively at this point. It does that. That's the candle I'm looking at. It can do that. And 18. This is the fun part about trading. Just waiting. Just waiting. Like this candle here. Right below it. Displace below it. Come back up to it. Target yesterday's low. Ultimate Asia's low. This would be like the ultimate target. That's what I would look for. The low end of a higher time frame array. I mean, honestly, buying in this, I wouldn't even want to buy in this either. Like, look at this. Just being honest. Buying that either. With the rejection block, again, the body's still held. That's what I'm watching right now. This high, low, lower high. I want to see this candle get traded below with a gap. Like create a fair value gap, trade up into that gap, and then I'll look for this low, and then ultimate down there. Target. Again, I do see the clear sell side right here, but I don't believe that that's where it's gonna. We trade up into this gap here. What we get there? Like, I don't want to be long in this, in my opinion. I will not take a buy, but I would want to see specific things happening because I'm not thinking it's going up here. Anything, it may come down here, it may come up there, but it's not. I don't think it's going up there. I'm still thinking that this is going lower, and I don't know if this has anything to do with like, Trump speaking later. I don't know. I can't explain to you all that, but this looks like garbage. It looks like trash right now. So I think we'll probably start getting it now. Especially if this candle can close below this 10-15 candle. Just literally this. If we can get a closure below this with some fair value gaps, we've probably made what we're looking for. Okay, so I don't want it to run, too far. We don't want that. We ain't looking for that now. Hold up. You've been patient now. Don't be doing that. But for me, doing that would be nice. Again, not coming down and closing all of it. That's not what we're looking for. Not coming up and then closing everything in here. We're not looking for that. See? That we're not looking for. So we gotta wait again. Right? This is like most of trading right here. I mean, I can tell the conditions that we're in. So even if I do take a trade, very, very light leverage. I can just look at this. Looks like heartbeat monitor. Barcode. That's usually what we call it, barcode. Looks like a barcode right now. Barcode trading is not for me. I don't know about you guys, but I don't like this type of trading. We just need to see displacement. We're not seeing that either direction right now. Rated fair value gap below a low. Close below this 10-15 candle right here. Then we're in business. But until that, we are not in business. We are out of business. We are nothing to do here. And I'm pretty sure, like, if it goes all the way till, I'll give it like 10:30 or so. If nothing has happened, then I'm just gonna end up walking away. Because it's just, for me, it's not something that I'd want to, like, I'm not trying to be in this right now. Even if it goes lower, even if it goes higher, I'm not, don't care. This is just not it. I may come back at like 1:30 or something. I'll look at it again and see where we're at around 1:30. But right now, nothing there. Like, I would have much rather see this close below. It didn't do that. So which means that we may want to end up trading a little bit higher and clean this out. I don't believe it's going to come up and take the London high, but it can obviously do that. We did have SMT at this low, but higher time frame. Go to a daily chart and just take all this off. We trade up into a daily volume, daily fair value gap here, and close softer. It's Wednesday. I'm thinking that's the high of the week. You should be looking for lower prices. I understand there's that volume imbalance there that we did hit, but if higher time frame is bearish, that shouldn't matter. It could offer a little bounce, but it shouldn't be like stopping. Now, I don't know if that has something, again, with Trump speaking later. If that is, no, I don't want to be in that. Or, yeah, it's just, this is consolidation right now. This is not doing NT thing. Been zero displacement anywhere. This is not displacement. This is displacement. See how much clearer that is? This is not that. I'm actually gonna give it to like what, 12? I'm sorry, not 12, 11. I'm tripping. 11:10 is the max that I'll stay here. That's a macro time. So if we get that, that's when I'll stay. But until then, I'm not doing anything. Since that's a macro time, we can wait for that. If it doesn't do anything by 11:10, then I'm out of here. Audi, like the car. Yeah, you see, it's just like sometimes you just be watching paint dry for real. You really just be watching paint dry. And sometimes it be like that. I'm telling you right now, most people are getting chopped up right now. I'm telling you. It's not doing anything. So that's why for me it's just being patient, and like if I don't take a trade, I just don't take a trade, and that's fine. I'd rather not take a trade than be sitting in this mess either direction. The only buy that would have happened for me if I was actually thinking it was going to go higher was here, and this is what I'd be stuck in, and I'd already be stopped out. And this is what I explained down here why I didn't take this short, because I wanted to see us come up here first. And so that one wasn't a viable option for me either. So just look at both entries. If I was going to take a long or a short, I would have been caught in this for the short and got stopped out, and then I would have been caught in this for the long, get stopped out, and then I'd be very frustrated because it's not moving. But if I understand it's not moving, then there's nothing for me to do. Now again, if we create a gap below here, sorry, below this candle, and below specifically this low, I like that. That to me will show displacement, and if we can come back up to it, higher time frame, I mean, this would be a mitigation block, then I'll look for down here. But if we're not doing that, then I don't have anything to do. So at least in a minute and 16 seconds, we need to be closing below these two up close candles and then show displacement below a low, then I'm willing to get in. But if that specific criteria, what I'm talking about, does not happen, I won't do anything. Looks like we're starting to get some displacement, and that's okay. Like that to me would be of importance if we can do that, because then to me, again, it's still overall a mitigation block, and I'll still take it. I know that this goes up there, and then that would be like the only trade for me, because I'm looking for shorts, not looking for anything long. But that criteria needs to happen. You can't just keep going below lows and coming back up. Going below, like barely going below low. See that? Like it went below the low, came back up. This needs to like close below the low. And if it's unable to do that, then I'm unable to take a trade. Because now I'm looking at this. Again, that's the... So now for me, this has done this. I'm cool with that. So now we've closed below that. So now, ideally now I could take a trade. I'm gonna wait for a fair value gap to form, but ideally, like at this moment, currently, I'm able to take a trade. But I don't like how we didn't create a fair value gap. That's what I don't like. But right now, like I could be short and then looking for this low and that low. Get up here and then this place. That for me is a little bit more meaningful, but I ideally could be short right now. Especially in that gap right there with that overlaps with the 5-minute order block. But look at it. Like, is this something that you guys want to be in? I don't. I would have lost immediately. Immediately. But see how like there's no gap, but it didn't do anything. It just went down there and pulled right back up. That's what it's been doing the entire time. So yeah, I don't think that necessarily gonna get anything today. And I could be wrong. I could be offsides and still going. It could go long, but I'm not interested in that. So I'm okay with missing out on longs today. Because what ends up happening, like in especially days like these, you're like I can almost feel myself a little bit trying to force something, because it's doing like it closed below this as an order block, but it didn't show any expansion. Like it's just peeking its head and then expanding up higher. Right? And if ultimate goes up to here, that's fine. But there's no short for me. I don't want to buy. I'm not going to buy. I'm okay because the range that I have defined here to here, I don't see much else happening. The PM session, if we're like all the way above this and we're above this gap, then that's something a little bit different. But like right now, between this range, yes, we're at 50%. We went up and hit a order block on the 50-minute chart that's in our premium that overlaps with this breaker. So I don't want to buy. And that's just my personal opinion. Now, take this current dealing range that we're in. Again, we went up to a premium market. We hit this order block with this breaker block. I just don't want to buy. Like, and I'm okay with that. And even we go all the way up here today, I'm not gonna be upset. We go up here today, I'm still not gonna be upset. That's just my personal thing. I don't want to buy. And nothing in this makes me want to buy. Nothing in this has made me put on a sell either. So being patient has saved an L there and an L here. I just didn't want to put it on just to put it on. Like that's not what I want. Again, I do see that. Don't get me wrong. I see that right there. Like I see that we don't have there's no fair value gap to the downside. All we see is fair value gaps. That's the only one you see here. Trades back down to it again here, and then we show displacement. But I'm not gonna buy. I'm okay with missing that. Because I don't even know what you frame, like what you'd be framing this buy off of. I mean, I understand that on ES we took out the low here. We didn't take out on NQ. Consolidated and failed. We just trading up again into the hourly chart premium range, and then like yeah, I'm not sure. I understand we hit the daily volume imbalance there. Just outline that. Let's get on to the smaller time frame. Notice that's how that's what we consolidated around, right? The daily volume balance that's seen there. So again, if you're not trading on with higher time frame, you're you're getting blind. So higher time frame for me, I just think that it's going lower. Now, if I was long, I'm not, or I was looking for buys. This right now would be the classic, like I would be in there right now. I just personally don't see it. I understand we hit this. I just don't see it right now. So that would have been a long for me immediately. But I don't see it. I just feel like something's up. Yeah, that's one of my favorite ones. So yeah, I'd be long there. As it traded deeper, I would be long. This isn't me to say like go back and change. Like, well, see, it worked because I was long. No, I'm not looking for longs. I'm telling you that right now. I'm not looking for longs. But if I was, this would be the prime setup that I would love to take. Issue is I'm not looking for them. So we hit the rejection block there. Yeah, that would be a classic. here to there. If I was long, I'd be targeting, you know, session highs and lows, which usually occur. So right now we're actually hit Asia low again. Again, there's just so many wicks right now. And I'm going to attribute this to Trump speaking, not what he's saying, but just the fact that he is speaking. That's what I'm attributing a lot of this to, and it's at 4 o'clock. We got some time, obviously, until that. So, but because I'd be looking at this as a breaker, low, high, lower, low, breaker structure, fair value gaps, but there's no, yeah, no, thank you. There, but I don't want to buy, so that's my dilemma right now. That's the only place that looks clear to me for a buy, right? But I don't want to do it. Yep. That's the only buy scenario like that's clear there. Breaker, gap here, order block. But I don't see us coming up there. Possibly we come here. I don't see that. We got until like 11:10. Right here, that's the time stop for me. Right there. Because they ain't doing nothing. See, we want action as traders. Like, we need to have some action. It's not doing anything. Next candle, I would expect expansion above. If it's gonna go higher, it needs to go now. Cannot be trading lower. Yeah, this one needs to start moving higher ASAP. ASAP. What, 20? We're about 30 minutes. 30 minutes. If we get something, then you know we'll do something. But if not, then go on about a day. Imagine waiting all week. Then you don't really take a trade. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes that happens. Looks like you might want to hit this buy side. But in there. I saw liquidity pool there. Looking down here. 15-minute chart, turning back up into the Yeah, you know, sometimes this is just be it. Consolidating here at the EQ of the range. But equilibrium. There, there, consolidating. Not surprising. Not surprising. Hey, I'm thankful. I'm not taking a trade. Because this is the day you go back after and like, oh yeah, you know, it was consolidating. This is exactly what this mess is. We've just been consolidating. And the only clear buy for me would have been here. Look at the 1035 candle. So this candle specifically. Oh, this candle, sorry. 1035 trading down. As it would have traded down deeper, I would have added more. My stop loss would be below this breaker. That's what I would expect. Also, with if it was going to go higher, you're looking for up there, but I'm just not with that right now. That's the only scenario that I see. Nothing on the downside that I haven't seen a setup on a downside yet. For me, taking it here to up there isn't worth it, especially with understanding where we are and watching how deep this has just been retracing in general. Nine Donka. 50% is there. Wouldn't even expect it to trade there. On this run, we fell short a little bit of 50%, so we stayed in the upper portion. My stop loss would have to be down here below this up close candle. Mean threshold, I wouldn't put it there because it's almost overlapping with this. I wouldn't put it just below there because you also have this gap, so I'd put it like. But again, taking a long, which I'm not. Say I took it right at the right there. To me, that doesn't make sense. One, it's not a. There's no liquidity pool there for me that's of significance because that's not the high. Now that's a minor sell side, that's fine. But if I was actually targeting something, it'd have to be way above that. Minimum for me, it'd probably be right there. Now, for you guys, there's nothing that overlaps with that, but there's an Asia high that overlaps with that. So like that would be my trade setup. But I understand I'm trading up into a premium market, which is what I'm not, what I don't want to do. So that's just the where I'm at right now. And take this off. Let's hide it. That was just the range that we had identified. I just wonder what's happening out there on that YouTube sphere. Is anyone in here taking a trade yet? And were you long or were you short? Long or short? Like I'm telling you, anytime price goes below a low on a higher time frame, it's literally turtle soup. Look, see, low, this low, swing low, turtle soup. Yep. But I'm not trying to be. It's been a real fun day. I wouldn't have even been upset if I got off, what, I don't know, 17 minutes ago. I wouldn't have really missed anything. But this could be because Trump's talk and they just kind of threw that in there. And again, if you don't check the economic calendar, you can get caught in days like these. Trust me, it's happened to me. Happened to me once, and then I never let it happen to me again. One of my friends, when I was watching or when I was trading, like it was last January, I think, and he was like, yo, we have Trump speaking. I was like, we do. When did they add that in there? And they added it in there. I had no idea, and it looked just like this. Just like this, but I think he was speaking at like 12 or something. And it was horrific. The fact that he speaks at 4. Look at this, right? So the unemployment claims numbers were actually good. Does this look good to you guys? It don't look good to me. I'm just saying the price action. No, thank you. No, thank you. Like, there are days that don't look like this. And those are the days that we want. We don't want to be in days like this. Especially trying to force this. I'm sure if you're forcing this right now, your account is getting cooked. Higher or lower, your account's getting cooked. Classic seek and destroy. Classic, classic, classic. And even if this ends up going lower, like after, say after I hop off, it goes lower, I don't care. What I care about, what I'm glad about is that I didn't take any trades today. That is a win. That is a massive win, because I'm sure there's many people that have taken trades in here and they're getting cooked. Especially if they don't know when to stop. Like, this is account reset day. That's what this is called. Only real displacement we saw was on the upside was here. On this time frame, it overlaps. We have an order block there as well. But I would expect us to be moving. The fact that we're not moving higher, I think this is a false bear flag. Or sorry, bull flag, I'm sorry. Which again, I had to go back and watch that because I didn't even understand what that was. I didn't come up with learning. Yo, what's good, teacher? How you doing, bro? You done anything today? Yo, they've been like not allowing people to trade gold or something. That's what I've been seeing all over the place. They're like limiting stuff. Nah, bro, 0 trades, man. 0 trades today. I'm looking lower. You're in gold buys, okay. I was looking lower, but there's really no displacement until right now. This is displacement on the downside. But again, I'm waiting until the macro. So once if the macro can set something up here, then I'll look at that, but I'm not looking higher. I was looking lower the whole day. It's just been consolidating right now. Make sure we just have that there. So now we're into the macro time. Yeah, no nothing here for me. So this is nice. I like this. Ideally, like I want to see kind of us take this out, show some displacement, and then look for this and this, right? I didn't know you were in gold. Do they still allow that on the props? Because I know with like Apex and what is the other one? You have Top Step, and the other ones they're showing that are saying that they're limiting the leverage or something on those accounts. I'm not exactly sure, but That's kind of what they made it seem like. So this is the first level. This is the first displacement we've seen on the downside. So if I was buying, remember, I would have lost. So my stop loss was there. It would have been quick or long and then quick. So now I would want to see this support ideally close below here. Create some displacement below here, coming back up into this level. Then I would look for that. But if that, again, signature doesn't happen before 11:10, then I'm gonna hop off because there's nothing here right now. Not doing anything. Right? And this is what ICT talks about a lot of, right? If you're looking for prices doing this, you want to wait on the 5-minute chart. You want to see if gaps get created on the 5-minute chart. We've had no gap on a 5-minute chart trading higher except for this one at 950. But look how we've traded. We've traded once, go down to it again, but I'm also looking for shorts. So it's that's just like the other side of this. You have a low resistance equilibrium signature there, and this low here with another low resistance equilibrium signature there. Ultimately, with a daily volume imbalance sitting with Asia lows, clear sell side there. So that's what I'd want to see. This support, resist, break through this low with some speed, not just slowly like this or come down and come back up. That's not what I want to see. Ideally would love to see it close below here, like on this candle, close below this candle, because then that makes this an order block. So I haven't seen gold in a minute. I know that dollar looked like it was going to go a little bit higher, come back down. Yeah, it could go a little bit deeper. I mean, it's not all the way in a, it's got some time. That's why I'm not. Okay, so we hit discount. We got potential for some room higher on that. But on this map, nothing. I'm completely content with not taking a trade today. Or at least not till after 8:30 or something. I mean 1:30. So we may not get what we're looking for here. And the only reason why I'm gonna say that is we have to have 2 candles. And I'm not waiting for we have this candle and then the next candle. So based on how this candle forms, oh no, we're good. We're good. Basically, what happens on this candle is important. We got 3 candles, so we're good. We might get what we're looking for here. But yeah, no trades today. Okay, so now we need to see displacement. We need to see us not be trading higher and start to trade lower. In order for that, because like, what are you buying off of down here? Not much. Now we can displace below this and create a gap there. I'd like that. Again, I'm specifically looking for shorts. If we don't get that, then this ain't getting that. Because I'm not like, oh yeah, down close candle, buy it. No one's doing that. I'm telling you, you're not buying this. The way that it looks, there's no way you're like, oh yeah, impulse price swing. This one, this is the one I want. You are doing that. Teach me. Teach me how to find that. Yeah, so you're in long today, teacher. Anything else? How's your week been so far, though? I've been off. I was only streaming Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. Yesterday I had a like an inner circle meeting. It's like what a business coach that I have. So to teach you how to Dougie. I've just been off. That's where I've been. Tuesday I thought about streaming, but I was like, nah, just wait till Thursday. There's been FOMC yesterday, so I was like, nah. So that's where I've been. I also been in the lab, bro. I've been watching some ICT my 2021 mentorship content. What up? I didn't realize this was so bright. Hold on, let me fix this for you guys. I think I need to put it. No, too much. My fault. There you go. Should be a little bit darker now. Yeah. Started learning more about my camera, so now I know how to actually like work this joint. I think it's f-stop. Yeah, as it goes darker, so y'all can. Is that good? I think y'all can see clearly now. I didn't realize that because I got the zebras on, so I can tell when it's too. Yeah, we're chilling now. You guys should be cool. Yeah, that's where I've been, bro. For real. It's been doing. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get this downside right now. I think we're gonna probably try to hit up here, but I'm not buying. So we had a nice initial bodies being respected here. Just yeah, there's just too many wicks right here right now for me to be really wanting to get in anything, and I'm okay with that. There, since I had it there, it's just not adequate for me. These are days I don't do very well. But yeah, that's where I've been, bro. Low key was crazy is I was watching his Montu stuff um yesterday. So I watch his core content and then I watch the weekly commentary videos that we got being in the mentorship. And it's just uncanny how the stuff that he talked about like 5 years ago today. Like I watched the one yesterday I watched was on the 18th. The one I watched today is on the 19th. 5 years ago, like today, and he talked about things. And it's so crazy how the things that he talks about then happened the same day that he's talking about it 5 years ago. It makes no sense to me, but it's every time I watch it, it's like almost the same. He'll talk about something and then it'll literally be in the chart same day that I look at it now. So I found that to be very interesting. Now again, nothing here for me on the upside, even with this and even with that. There's just been nothing there. I again we've already talked about that up there. A person just higher time frame, even with it trading down into a daily volume imbalance and not showing or not taking out this low as ES did. But even look at ES, like this is all like no, no, thank you, no, thank you. Not like yeah, long or short doesn't matter. Even if you're short here and somehow you got like just pretend. Imagine you were able to short here and then you were to buy here. Buying wise, you probably feel better. But when you look at this, you're just like, eh. Short wise, you're definitely not. You definitely don't feel good. Even if you just snipe the high, or even if you learn how to do that, or know this one you feel better. But I just, it's just being held right now. This one. So again, what most people see, they think, okay, short. it just screamed lower. Okay, take the fair value gap, and then you lose again. Like this is just that type of environment that we're in. We're not in an environment where just one drop it comes. We're in high resistance right now, both ways. But again, when we take the range, right, the range that I was talking about, kind of hourly chart. These are the 5 minute levels, but notice on the hourly chart we're still staying inside of that. For me, the range is here, like the current dealing range. We're in a premium market. I'm not about to sell. I'm not about to buy. I have no interest in buying. Also, take the whole range. We've already come up into a premium. When we hit this order block, we've hit this breaker. I don't want to buy. Don't want to do it. I don't care if it goes all the way up there. We will not do that. So it looks like we might get this after again. So now the bodies are being respected again. So they colored outside the lines, came back down. And now the bodies right now are respecting with displacement. The first time the bodies were connecting up here, there was no displacement. Notice that? Now we're getting the displacement inside the macro. Like, will the opportunity present itself before 11:10? Because I'm not trading. I'm not staying on after 11:10. But the bodies are now respecting, and if we can actually get some displacement, that then allows, I believe, for this and this, and ultimately down here, which is the Asia lows from Tuesday, I think. Yeah, those would be a target for me, a clear target that's also near a daily volume imbalance. That's why I have the eyeball down here. That to me makes sense. And so ideally would have liked this to displace more and close below this candle, which then makes that an order block. Again, we want to see some displacement. Literally, no, I don't even want to see any up close candle, but if I do, very small one. The next candle, if it wants to trade up, that's fine. It just needs to all display. I just want to see all one-sidedness. We don't see that at all. We see that here, kind of, but again, not below that low. See this, but again, against the direction. So that's how I'm looking. But Lick, man, I don't know if you messaged me on Instagram. I was trying to get you in the Discord. I don't think that you messaged me there. Or I didn't see it if you did. Yeah, this is the type of PA that we get in today. Again, we trade up there, need to see displacement. Not going back up here. Low this low. Again, bull flag gets ran. Like what I watched yesterday was bull. What is it? False flags or something, or false traps. I mean, I know it happens every single day, but there it is. There, well, again, bear flag gets ran. Bull flag, even here too. Bull flag pulls up, pulls back down. Pulls up, bull flag pulls back down. Again, I'm looking. I'll probably set an alert low key. See if we touch this because I'm probably gonna end up going to work out and stuff. Here's the ultimate. So yeah, if I don't ever get into a trade and it doesn't allow me the opportunity to do that, I will still set this as levels that I know I want to see a trade to. And even if it presents my setup later, let's say after I get off, let's say 11:30, it does it. Well, then that's just I go back in the tape read and say, okay, we consolidated all day. My setup formed at 11:30, and I'm happy I didn't get into all this stuff, but I held to my position, which was looking for sells. Once that happened, I left, I came back, and my setup happened, blah, blah, blah. That's how I would look at today. So I think it was starting do some stuff now. See, like we've had one-sidedness. This looks completely different to anything else over here. Also, this is in alignment with what I feel like is gonna happen is it's gonna present itself before. I'm gonna have to sit here. That's what I feel like. Okay, all right, cool. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, just drop a message and I'll like get you in that joint. So yeah, I got you. Got you. So right now it's crazy. It looks like it's about to happen. But again, just my time stop is 11:10. I've been here for almost what? It'll be almost 2 hours. So we'll see if it can do. Again, it needs to close below this low, not like doing what it's doing right now, right? Oh, thank you. Show that you want to close below lows. Don't show that you want to. So right now I would wait. Yeah, so pretty much it may happen outside of the time window. Because ideally this for me makes more sense because this is the mitigation. I mean, this would be high, low, lower high, or you can say high, low. I'm looking at the overall swing. High, low, lower high. So this to me is the mitigation block. If it wasn't as seeing a lot of deep retracements, high resistance, and let's say hit my level and then created something like this, that's when I would be in looking for a short, and then I'd be targeting ultimately down here, but I would take partials. Most likely at the daily volume balance, I'd take a partial right there and then leave the rest on for see if it can hit that. That's how I would look at that. But again, not closing below that. So that negates this for me. Didn't do it. Did not do it. Honestly, I'm very happy. To be honest. Very happy it didn't do that. Very happy because then I would probably be sitting here a lot longer and it just looks like it really doesn't want to move. Even if it goes up here, that's fine. Just doesn't really look like it wants to move at all. So we'll see. I'll have some food. Yeah, we got like 20 seconds left. Okay, no, I'm just kidding. I'm off this. But yeah, so you can see today, like, nah, no, thank you. I'm good. More than good with, not being able to take a trade today or not seeing anything. Because none of this is really clear. It can still do that. Trade lower, but again, look at the lows. We're not expanding below the lows. Literally not even expanding above the highs. But yeah, you see, like, not interested in any of this price action. Like, this is not it. But yeah, all right, bro. I'll catch you later. I'll send you whenever you send me the message. I'll get you in there. But yeah, this is no thank you. So appreciate everyone for stopping on. Like, this was literally watching paint dry today. Maybe something later will happen, and if I do, I'll put it in the Discord and talk about that. But yeah, really nothing happened today. In my opinion, anything exciting will probably be later just by looking at this. So PM session, maybe some interest. So yeah, like 1:30 or something. But other than that, like nothing here. Even if this comes down here, creates a gap there, then like I'm good. So appreciate everyone for being on. I'm about to go eat and then I'm about to go work out. Excited about that. But I'll catch you guys tomorrow. We'll be trading. I will trade around 9:30, same time. I do have yeah, that's it. 9:30 or 9:28. Sorry, 9:20. I'm tripping right now. I'm just watching this do that, but I'm not taking anything right now. This would be a mitigation block here, just so you know. If it closes below this down close candle, that makes sense to me. Then it would come up into this candle. Then I would short. That would be my idea if it would pan out if I was sitting here with you. So just watch that and see if it's able to create that. If it's not, then obviously we'll create it. But again, I appreciate you guys, and I'll catch you guys on the next one tomorrow at 9:20. Peace out.